What if I told you that I love you? Hey, what if I told you that I love you? I wish I told you that I loved you.
All right, hello everyone, hello, and welcome to the A&B Entertainment Podcast. Introduce yourself.
Hi guys, you already know who it is. I'm just playing. It's Angel.
And I'm Beatrice, and we're the A&B Entertainment Podcast. So today we're going to be bringing perspective, motivation, inspiration from a teenage point of view versus an adult's point of view. All right. So this is late 30s, early 40 club.
Teenager.
And this teenager.
Early teenager. I just kind of got here, but you know what I'm saying? We actually kind of halfway through.
Yeah, halfway through teenage.
Yeah, we getting there.
Right. All right, so let's grab our cards. Today's topic is COVID during middle school. So, of course, in my generation, we've never experienced a pandemic. We've never, ever experienced that. We never had virtual school. We always had in-person school. And it was just a really big deal for you guys. So, my first question to you would be, what grade were you in when the pandemic happened, and how did it impact you?
So when it first started, I was in 5th grade. I was about to graduate elementary school, which is crazy. I didn't get to actually have a graduation for elementary, but yeah. I didn't even realize that at that time when I was in 5th grade, I didn't even realize that I didn't have a graduation.
Did. We had to go all around the parking lot and celebrate.
Oh yeah, they had these little posters and it was congratulations.
Yeah, we actually had a parking lot graduation in the car to stay 6 feet apart.
Yeah, that was crazy. Wow. Okay. So yeah, I was in 5th grade, and at first it was it's just gonna be 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying, because there's this little new virus going on. I was like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. And then those last 2 months of 5th grade, it was all virtual, and it was cool because I think we already took. Did we already take GMAS?
Yeah.
No, actually, I didn't even get to take the GMAS in 5th grade. I just went to middle school at that point. So yeah, I just finished 5th grade virtually, and I started 6th grade virtually. My whole 6th grade year was virtual. And still to this day, I still don't like that, because everybody I asked, they always I always ask somebody what was your favorite grade in middle school, and everybody was 6th grade the first year, you know what I'm saying? They'd be that's the funnest, and it wasn't for me, you know.
All right, so I get that. So not being around people was hard for you?
It wasn't hard for me. If anything, I was cool with it, because I'm not really social, unless I'm really comfortable. At first I'm really quiet, but when you really get to know me, I'm real cool, you know what I'm saying, chill. And yeah, people like me when they really get to know me, but when they don't know me, they just you so quiet and nice, and yeah, that's that.
So what about was it harder during COVID, or was it easier because it was virtual? So was it easier to cheat or easier to do a class versus in person?
I mean, of course it's easier to cheat. They wouldn't even know you cheated. At that point, they expected it. They was we know we doing virtual, so we know these kids, you know what I'm saying, ain't gonna cheat, obviously. But right. It was easy to cheat, but I'd rather go in person, because waking up in the morning just to stay in bed and learn is it makes me 10 times lazier than actually getting up, getting ready to go to school, actually going to a building with all my friends, you know what I'm saying? And virtual was so awkward to talk to people when they put you in groups and stuff. It was so weird to talk to people. Well, for me, I was always dead silent, and I was always talking in the chat. Nobody wanted to unmute their mic, none of that. So it was it was really awkward.
Yeah, also, because I remember with Jamel and my classes too. I remember people hacking y'all chats. Did you experience that? People coming into your class from a different class or a different school, or even just your own friends hacking in there, cursing in the chats and stuff. Did you experience that?
I don't think they cursed. They said some weird stuff though. When we was just in a group alone, they would type some weird stuff. But
no hacking.
No.
You didn't experience that. I remember a parent-teacher meeting with the school on there. They hacked it where they had to get police involved to find out the students that were in there coming in there cursing and stuff. It was crazy.
Police is crazy.
What about the Wi-Fi issues? Sometimes teachers didn't have Wi-Fi, students lost Wi-Fi.
Nah, that was like the main excuse, like to not get to class was like my Wi-Fi not working or my power went out or something. Like, and the teachers, like at first they fell for it, but like as it kept happening, it was like, whatever. But yeah, for me, I didn't really have.
But some teachers didn't come too.
Yeah, some teachers did, but most of them did. It was this one teacher I had. I think she was my last period. She made sure she was on the Zoom every day.
Okay. Shout out to you, dedicated teacher. All right, so what about the pandemic as a whole? Did you have any family members or anybody that you knew that had COVID that suffered from that?
I don't know. I don't think it was when it first started. I think it was later on. Like, it was like 2 people that had it. I know my dad had it this one time.
Your dad had it?
It was like, yeah, it wasn't when it first started though. It was like a year after, or maybe like a few months after. He told me he had it, and I was just like, dang. But yeah.
And who else?
I think that was it. I didn't know nobody else that had it. I didn't really ask anybody, honestly.
I feel like we all had it, but I feel like some of us didn't know we had it. And then when it was testing time, then it was like, oh, we probably had COVID. What do you think?
I don't know. Every time I took a test, it came back negative. So as far as I'm concerned, I ain't never had it.
Me too, right? I never had a positive COVID test, thank God. But I feel like one time I got real sick. It was like around December. I got real sick. And it felt kind of fluish, like I didn't want to get out the bed. I was hurting. So I'm not sure if I had COVID at the time or not. But after that, I took tests and I never came back with COVID. I remember us also getting sick in school when we went back to school.
Oh God, everybody was coughing and sneezing, bro. But I don't think it was allergies because it was around like April-ish. Like every time it's like around April-ish or that time when the pollen start coming, everybody's sick.
Yeah,
Everybody's sick.
That's true.
It's crazy.
What about wearing a mask when you went back to school? Tell us about that, like your dynamic going back to school after COVID, how people change, how people act different, socialization in school. How was that?
Well, for me, like I didn't go like the middle school I went to. No one I went to elementary school with was there, so it was like it was all new people. It was all new interactions. Like I ain't know nobody there. Everybody else was talking about how son I haven't seen since 5th grade. This and that. I haven't seen since K Pace, and I'm just like. I don't know none of y'all, nah. But I mean, it wasn't that hard for me to make friends. Like I feel like people like gravitate towards me. I don't know, it's something about my energy or something. But like I'm never the first one to like make an interaction with someone and be like and make a conversation and be their friend. It's always like the other way around, and they always like, you know what I'm saying?
They say hey to you first.
Yeah.
Right. So what about, were there more fights or less fights coming back from COVID?
7th grade year, it wasn't really that many fights. Like. I mean, it was a few, but like, it was always in a different classroom. Like, I never saw a fight, y'all. To this day, I never saw a fight in school. Like, I always saw the recordings. I was never actually there in person. Like, I was never there to see it.
Okay.
But the fights was lame anyway, so it didn't really matter. But
What about bullying?
I never got bullied.
I'm saying in general, did you see it like go up in school, or was it the same as you seen before, or like?
I mean, it was a lot of bullying in elementary school. I saw a lot of bullying in elementary school. But middle school, like, I don't know. I wasn't really, like, around that, for real. Like, I heard about it, but I didn't really know the people that it was happening to, and it wasn't really none of my business. So.
I got you. Okay. What about your best memory?
In middle school?
In middle school.
My best memory. It'd probably be like 7th grade field day. Like 7th grade field day was fun. I had a lot of fun.
That's fine. What y'all did?
True. Then
Did I go to that one? I think I only went to the 8th grade field day. No, I did go to 7th grade. That was outside with the trucks.
Yeah, like they had gaming trucks.
Yeah, okay.
They had
I remember.
food, and then inside we was like, inside there was like I don't know. It wasn't really. Yeah, it was just activities everywhere. Like on each side of the gym, there was always something to do. And yeah.
I saw you dancing.
Yeah.
That's the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all was doing like TikToks or something?
Yeah, we was on TikToks.
So y'all had like free time in there?
Yeah, it was basically like free time. We was just doing whatever we wanted, to be honest.
So y'all had matching shirts.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like a competition or nothing?
I think it was like a few like racing games or something like that. And everybody like got to sign each other's shirt. I still got that shirt to this day with everybody's signature. So.
Oh, that's nice. All right. I say my happiest moment in middle school was my talent shows. We had a lot of talent shows when I was growing up. And we had a lot of singing and dancing. And I think my favorite time in middle school was definitely that. Like, we would prepare so hard for those talent shows. We would practice after school so much. And when the talent show finally came around, we would kill it. And it just felt so good to do it. It really did. I think your similarity to my talent shows will probably be your chorus shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a performing arts school, so every talent class had a performance every year. They at least had one. Chorus, I think, had the most performances though out of every class. Oh, performance, it was chorus and theater. Both of us had like the most performances and stuff.
What about like I would say, like, did you enjoy going to Athens? Because you guys got to travel as a talent group.
Yeah, it was cool. That was 8th grade year, right? Yeah. By the time I got in the 8th grade year, I don't know. I fell out with a lot of people. So like, I'm not gonna say I didn't have friends, but like my circle was like 10 times smaller than it was when I first got in middle school. So like when we went to Athens, you know what I'm saying, I was just sitting by my one friend that like I trusted, you know what I'm saying, and yeah, Athens was cool, you know. Yeah, it was cool.
What's good?
Yeah, it was a cool little road trip. It didn't even feel like, was it like, it was like a 2-hour road trip?
Yeah, I like the
It didn't even feel like 2 hours, honestly. Time just flew by.
I like when we stopped to eat. Cause we stopped at the mall, so we got to shop. We got to shop and eat. And then the second time we stopped at like CC's. So that was pretty cool too. All right. As far as me in middle school, I didn't get too much bullying or wasn't around too much bullying. I did have a friend though that I introduced you to. Finally, you got to meet Nasha. She was one of my best friends. And when I first started middle school, I started middle school in 7th grade. You started in 6th grade.
I technically started in 7th grade in person.
Oh, so we got, yeah, that's true. So we got something in common. So my middle school was 7th to 9th grade, and we graduated 9th grade. And 7th grade year, I remember meeting Naja and people bullying her because of her height. I also remember like clique of boys who were like real popular, who were like the bully, like the nerds and stuff like that. And that's how me and Naja got real cool, because I was the one who would always defend her. That was a big deal for me. Like, I didn't like bullying at all. So if I had to fight, I was going to fight. But you had a different experience too, because you didn't have altercation or fighting and drama like I did. We had a lot of fighting in my middle school.
My friends always told me, like, every time like I would think I knew something, right? So say like this girl and this boy, they was together, right? This boyfriend and girlfriend. I'll be like, aren't they still together? They'd be like, no, they been broke up. And they was always telling me like, as you late? I'm like, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing what was going on, bro. Like all that drama stuff, I knew nothing about it, bro.
That's good.
I was in my own little world. You feel me?
So you want to keep it like that for high school?
I mean, yeah. I don't know why it would change. I mean, the only reason that would change is if I hang around the wrong people. But I'm not doing that again.
I'm not gonna let you if you try to anyway. So yeah, my best happiest moment in middle school was those talent shows. But I always have one teacher that I always remember. Well, actually two. I had two teachers that I will forever remember. One was Mr. Gonzalez. He was the science teacher. I had a big crush on him. Because he was so cute. And then Another teacher I'm gonna always remember is Mr. Gardner. He was gay, and he was our 7th grade teacher math, and I used to love math, and he was fun. He was a lot of fun. So when I went back to middle school to visit, I looked for those teachers, and they were gone. The only one that was still there was a Spanish teacher that I had. I think her name was Miss Valerio. And I ended up working at my middle school because I was doing para in New York, and I ended up going to my middle school for a job one day. And I was working at my middle school a few days, but it was different when I went back because they broke it up. They started merging schools. And so they broke it up from middle school only to middle school and high school. So I was like a floor for high school and a floor for middle school. It was real different when I went back. But I didn't really like it when I went back. I think our time was way better. Another thing I had in middle school, we would go outside to the parks and play. Y'all didn't really have outside activities.
Nah, we didn't have a park in my middle school.
Y'all didn't really go outside either.
Nah, the only time we really went outside was like this last month when we was doing that little gardening project or whatever.
That sucks. And then we used to buy lunch if we didn't like the school lunch. Y'all didn't have that option.
Mm-mm.
You either bring lunch or you didn't eat.
Yeah, or like if you had like some students like had like a teacher that they like really mess with, and the teacher was like, you know what I'm saying? So like sometimes like the student would like talk to the teacher and be like, "Can I DoorDash this and you go get it for me?" And the teacher
would go get it. Yeah, I was one of those teachers too. Like it would come in my name, and then I would look out for the kids.
Yeah.
Cause they couldn't even order. That was crazy.
Yeah, and if it wasn't that, they just all went to the vending machine.
Yeah, and there was certain vending machines that y'all could use. Y'all couldn't use every vending machine. Some of those vending machines ate y'all money.
That's why I never went up there, because I swear if I was to put some money in there, I couldn't get nothing back, not the money or what I wanted.
You'd be upset. Yeah, for real. Another big difference I would say too is I had talent in my school. We had chorus, and we had like home ec, and we had like different stuff like that. But I think one big difference too was like we would see our counselor a lot. Like we would have counselor meetings a lot to keep up with how you doing in school, anything you wanted to talk about. So like in middle school, did you have somebody you trusted? Like an adult?
No.
You didn't have that, right?
I ain't trust none of them. I feel like if I was to tell somebody something too crazy, they would like immediately tell like their like boss or the authorities, and it's like it's not even that deep.
So you didn't trust nobody.
I feel like they would make the situation worse than it really is.
What about like, do you have somebody you're gonna go back and see, visit?
Nah, I'm tired of them. I was ready to leave. I was ready to leave. I was done. Like they had their little 2 years. They had their little screen time. On to the next.
So you don't have no teacher you're gonna want to come back and visit?
No.
Dang.
And it's not like they bad teachers or nothing. It's just like I don't need to come back and see.
Dang, I feel you. All right. So overall, yes, your experience was good.
Yeah.
And what would you rate it?
I would rate middle school cool 9 out of 10.
9? That's pretty high.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. I like your dances too at middle school. Y'all had dances.
Oh yeah.
Like the sneaker balls and stuff.
Mhm.
How did you feel about prom? Let me tell you about my prom real quick before you tell them. So in middle school, we had a Hawaiian theme prom.
That's right.
And it wasn't considered a prom. They called it a dance because we was only in middle school. So they just said that was our middle school dance. And that was right before we graduated. And it was a Hawaiian theme. So everybody went over there looking Hawaiian with the hula skirts or the flower things, the necklaces, or the head pieces. The guys did not want to really do it, But they came with their shorts on, or they hay hats or something they made that was Hawaiian. And I don't really remember too much. I just remember we danced and we had fun. And then when we graduated at a different middle school. And it was in the auditorium of a different middle school, I remember. You guys graduated in a giant high school.
I didn't expect the gym to be that big. I thought it was going to be,
It was huge.
regular schmegular, but now they had all the seats and everything.
It was big, right? Yes, y'all graduated in a big space. So tell us your experience about prom.
Prom was fire, you know what I'm saying? It was good, you know what I'm saying? I looked good, my friends looked good, you feel me? Everybody was looking good, having a good time, you know? There was no drama, you know? It was...
What was your theme?
It was like Crystal Nights or something like that. I forgot what the name of it was. I just knew it had crystal in it or something.
It was fancy, y'all. They had red carpet, everything. I was like, look at this.
They had all of that.
Y'all even had the pictures that go around.
Yeah, that little... I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
But I know when the phone recording and just spinning around the whole circle. You know what I'm talking about.
We never had nothing like that.
Yeah, that's like the new little thing that's been everywhere. Like
At every party.
yeah. Like if you go to a party, 9 times out of 10, you probably
Must
see
be
that.
there. Mm-hmm. I think back in the day, we only had disposable cameras. And we had flip phones. So we would take pictures in that or the disposable camera. And I remember loving the disposable cameras because I would always print them out. I would always print my pictures and I would get doubles of my pictures at CBS or Rite Aid. And I would always have my pictures. And that's how I got pictures of my my middle school and my middle school graduation and my middle school, like in general. That's how we got pictures. It's crazy. Y'all so high tech now. Would you have liked to live in my era?
See,
Cause we didn't have like social media. Let me tell you, for us, when we fought, that did not go online. When y'all fight, it's like immediately.
yeah, like we just telling on ourselves, y'all. Like we gotta do better. Like if we gonna settle something, let's settle it privately. Not everything gotta be on the social media. Cause even like with couples be having arguments, they put it on social media. Y'all putting everything on social media. Stop.
Everything. But social media is also a good thing because they're arresting people that belong in jail.
Right.
I mean, y'all not using paper no more, so we saving the trees, I guess.
Right.
Right?
And we destroying something else. I don't know what it is, but we destroying that too.
I think y'all just real high tech.
Yeah, I don't know. Like for technology purposes, I probably wouldn't live back then.
No.
But for other purposes, like, you know what I'm saying, just having fun, you know what I'm saying, you know, I would rather be there.
Do you know how to jump double dutch?
I mean, I could do it, but I'm not like these pros, you know what I'm saying? I could jump over the rope.
You
But
tried it?
yeah.
The double dutch?
Yeah, we literally did it on 7th grade field day.
The double dutch? And you know how?
Yeah, I was jumping. Yeah, it was me and somebody else. Like, 2 people would join and switch out. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, because I feel like y'all generation don't experience those nice things.
Nah, I played hopscotch. I double dutched. I did it.
Okay, all right. What about do your generation know how to like play kickball and stuff outside
Kickball, like
with the bases?
I think I've done that before. Like playing with Jamel and his friends outside. They
You
play
kick the ball right to the base.
Yeah, I think so. Cause I think the base was the garage back in the old house. That big old garage. Yeah.
Okay. But you never played in school kickball? Like in the gym kickball?
Nah, literally, when I at my middle school. Actually, no.
You never had gym. I forgot.
Yeah, I never had gym in middle school. In elementary school, I had gym though. I was in gym in elementary school, but middle school.
Y'all play kickball in elementary?
Nah, in elementary school, they made us do workouts. We would have free days and play. But yeah, our gym, bro, to this day, they have the same gym teacher at my elementary school. I saw somebody like a mutual we had graduate from that elementary school. I saw a lot of people that was my teachers. I was like, dang, y'all still work there.
So you missed them?
Nah, I was just surprised to see them there.
Right.
I thought they would retire by now or something. Nah, but they was pretty young though. The ones I saw, it was young when I was there.
So now when you get my age,
Jesus.
you get to tell your child that you lived through a pandemic.
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's like you are a hero or like a
True, man.
like a soldier.
I barely survived. Literally.
Oh man, that's deep. I lived through a blackout when I was younger. We had a big blackout in New York. The whole lights of New York turned off. And people were breaking into stores, stealing. People were terrorizing the stores.
You went through the mini purge.
It wasn't a purge because nobody was killing each other.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. The mini purge, like
Yeah.
they wasn't killing, but they was robbing.
Yeah, they was robbing for sure, robbing and stealing. And it was all over the news, and it was a huge blackout. It took maybe, I want to say, a few days till the lights came back on.
That's
We
crazy.
would
How
use
a
candles.
whole city, like, that's
Turned off.
crazy. Like, you know how much electrician that is?
Mm-hmm. We used a lot of candles. We took showers and baths with the candles.
Mm.
Because we didn't even have cell phones like with the flash and stuff like that.
That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
So we had to survive with candles. So we always made sure we had candles in the house.
I mean, I think I could survive with no power. You know, when
Yeah,
it hit
right.
nighttime, though, I don't know what I'm doing.
Sleeping, you had to sleep. But I'm trying to remember, how did we eat? Because it was gas stoves. We didn't have electric stoves.
Oh, so y'all was still cooking.
Yeah, we had gas. We had fire stoves. That's
Dang,
what
that
it
makes
was.
me want to get a gas stove.
Yeah.
You know, just in case, you know what I'm saying. Can't always rely on the electronic now.
Well, all the stoves now are electric. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have to just design my own house, have a little gas stove, and, you know, because you never know, man.
Yeah. And so, yeah, our generation, I think, are very different.
100%. Even the people different.
Like we had Walkmans.
The mindsets are different. The style's different. Everything's different.
I don't think the style. You guys
Don't do that. The style, like clothing.
Yeah, y'all brought it right back. 8th grade year, girls was wearing the high socks with the sneakers. We wore that.
That's.
I'm talking about fashions came right back around. Right back around. The bell bottom cut jeans.
We rotated. Like the way we style now, it depends on the season. Like depending on the season is what it depends on what we wearing. Like that's how we be styling now. And then some people style just because it's trendy. Like whatever they see, they gonna buy it because it's trending. Everybody's wearing it.
Yeah, but what trends? It comes right back around.
That's what I'm saying. They rotate.
Yeah, so I think your generation was pretty similar to ours as far as fashion.
Nah.
As far as
I was
fashion.
gonna say something. Never mind.
You can say it. I think as far as fashion, it was really similar, for sure. I don't know. I think my generation was smarter, book smarter. I think your generation's is computer smarter, for sure.
I mean, that's them. Like I have no parts.
What you
I'm
think?
smart either way it goes.
So I taught you how to use a dictionary, but I remember y'all didn't know how.
How to use a dictionary?
Yeah, or how to even sign your name. We learned that in school.
You have to learn that to sign your name.
No.
No, I learned it just this. Like, if you ain't teach me,
I
I
taught
would have learned it like this year.
In 8th grade.
Yeah, because she just
She
taught
came
us.
up with that, but
Yeah.
it wasn't even part of the curriculum.
I'm glad she put it a part of the curriculum because some of them really didn't know what they was doing. I was like, wow.
You knew though. I make sure I teach you that stuff.
You know, I'm still working on my R, but besides that, I'm straight.
All right, y'all. So basically, that's our sum up of middle school versus my time and her time. I think my time was a lot more outside, spinning on the bars, and more time outside riding bikes.
Y'all, I still can't do the monkey bars.
Yeah.
Like, I never learned. Like, I tried, I failed. Like, I can't do it. Like, it takes so much strength. I can't do it.
Yeah, we cause that's all we had to have fun with. So we had to learn how to do it.
Y'all strong for that, because that takes a lot of strength. You really gotta hold on to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then me and you just watched the awards, and I remember seeing Lil Vicious, and he was part of my youth time when they were trying to make the youth famous, and we all grew up with him, and it was like we used to skate at the skating rink like y'all, but that was our thing, being outside or at the skating rink, and it's kind of y'all thing.
Yeah, y'all definitely passed a lot of stuff down for sure.
Yeah, pretty cool. Well, I'm glad we survived COVID and we're here and blessed, and thank you, God. So this is the
My fault. This is the
A and B
conversation. And it's time for you
to see your way out. Peace.